Okay, we are live. Hello. Hello. Hi, everybody. Hi. How are you doing? Welcome. Just make sure everything's up and running properly. Seems to be. I'm not on the game screen though. There we go. Or maybe I was on the game screen and I just turned it off. Either way, we're on the game screen now. So, hello everybody. Welcome back to Sci-Fi Sunday, Trucking Tuesday. It's Trucking Tuesday. How are we doing? I hope you're as excited as I am for today's stream. We'll give it a minute for people to join, because at the minute, nobody's here. But we're going to be playing Snowrunner. I'll speak more about it in a minute. It's been a long time coming. A very, very long time coming. There we go. Sorry the music keeps cutting out, by the way. It does that whenever I tab out of the game. It's been ages. It's been so long. We played this game on stream one time back in December 2024 during the Christmas live stream. We played it for about an hour, and that is the only time I've ever played this game on stream, which I think is a great shame because I love Snowrunner. Big Snowrunner fan. I bought this game when it first came out back in 2020. It was an Epic exclusive back then. I actually got the Epic Games launcher for this game, although it is now available on Steam as well. But it's a game that I really love. It's a game I've always really enjoyed, and it's one that I've always wanted to play on stream. I've just never had time. We've just always been so busy with other stuff. But this year, I wanted to take the opportunity to add it into the schedule, to make it a permanent addition to the stream schedule, which it is going to be. I'm going to start playing this once a month. So, Trucking Tuesday, as you know, is 3 times a month from now on. So one of those is going to be a Snowrunner stream, and the other 2 are going to be Euro Truck streams. So I'm still going to be playing Euro Truck, don't worry. But we are going to be playing this once a month for the foreseeable future, and I'm very excited for it. Without further ado, we'll dive in. Because it's been so long since I've played the game, I think it might be best for all of us if we just start again. I've made a bit of progress in the main campaign, but I think, you know, let's just completely erase all of my progress and begin again. Okay, use section on game mode. What are we doing here? Keep everything at defaults. Let's go. Slot 2. Holmesy says, play Expedition, a mudrunner game. It's the same creators, but with off-roaders. There's plenty of off-roaders in this, Holmesy. This is much more my street because it combines everything that I love about mudrunner, i.e. the mud physics and vehicle physics and stuff like that. Plus, there's actual missions and stuff to do, like delivering cargo and stuff like that. This is what Roadcraft should have been, in my opinion. As you may remember, I played Roadcraft last year, and I hated it. I really didn't enjoy it at all. I think it completely missed the mark. You know, it just didn't have what made the original games great. It didn't have what made Snowrunner and Mudrunner great, in my opinion, which was the physics and, well, basically just the physics. But anyway, let's not talk about games that I didn't enjoy. Let's talk about a game that I do enjoy. Let's play Snowrunner. Now, we have just started a new game. Let's see where we are. We're at Black River, Michigan. Now, interestingly, this isn't actually where we normally start in a new game, is it? So why have we started here? No, hold on a minute. I'm going to go back to the main menu real quick. Hey, Logs, how you doing? New campaign, that's what we need. Okay, delete this. New campaign, there we go. This is actually going to start us completely from scratch, as if we were playing for the first time, which is what I'm wanting to do. Afternoon, Logs, how you doing? STFC, I'm very good, thank you. Thank you for joining our recovery and maintenance effort after the devastating flood. We need all help available to repair the bridge that collapsed. It's our only link to the other side of the river. First, you need to find a watchtower to get a view of your surroundings. Then you'll have to find a truck capable of transporting the materials needed to repair the bridge. And after the bridge is repaired, you'll be able to reach your first garage. Lovely. Let's do it. There we go. Okay, this is the real beginning of the game. So this, if you play the game for the very first time, this is what you'll be greeted with. And it's going to explain the basic controls to us. Obviously, I already know all of this stuff, but it's going to tell us, you know, how to open the map and how to, you know, control the vehicle and stuff like that. Oh, the camera's lagging really bad. Interesting. That's unexpected. And it magically stops when I pause the game. Interesting. Okay. Looks like we might have some camera problems with this game, everybody. I am warning you in advance. Harry says, spoiler alert, there's zero snow. There's loads of snow in this game, Harry. Have you ever played past the first mission? Like, there's so much snow in this game. But yeah, the camera is gonna be very laggy, and I know I'm gonna get someone commenting approximately every 30 seconds, your camera's lagging, by the way. I know, we're just gonna have to live with it. Let's start driving. One thing I also want to say before we begin is I have taken a great deal of time and effort to map the controls for this game so that they actually work. Snowrunner, a big problem that this game has is that it only supports one controller at a time. Which means if you want to play with a steering wheel and a side panel and a gear shifter and a handbrake, you can't do that. You can only have one controller plugged in at a time. Now, I have worked around this by using a program called UCR, Universal Control Remapper, which basically lets you map inputs from one device to another. So, for example, the gear shifter here, what I've done is I've mapped it so that each position of the gear shifter is mapped to a key on the keyboard. So if I put the gear shifter here, for example, the game thinks that I'm pressing whichever button it is on the keyboard, and it then allows me to basically use my gear shifter. So that's how I've gotten around the one controller problem. That's how I'm able to use all of my devices for the game. And if you've never played, if you've played Snowrunner before and you've been bothered by the single controller problem and you want to play it with multiple devices attached, now you know how. Get yourself a Universal Control Mapper or something similar. There's a few options out there. Oh. I've never actually played this game with a manual gearbox either, so it may take me a while to get the hang of it. Stay in low gear for now. Oh, we're stuck in the mud already. Great start. Okay, we can put the all-wheel drive on. Which button is it for all-wheel drive? There we go. But yeah, all the controls are mapped over here as well. The little the stick here is actually mapped for crane controls. So once we get a vehicle with a crane, we'll be able to use that. There we go. We'll get there. We'll get there. Now, it'll probably be worth me turning the graphics down a little bit to improve the camera lag issue. I'll take a look at that in a minute. There's also quite a lot of stuttering with the wheel, but that's just because it's an old wheel. That's an established problem. We all know that I've got a bad wheel and I need to get a better one. Don't remind me. I'm staying in low gear for now until we get onto the properly paved road. There we go, now we can go to automatic. There we go, we're off! Hi Daniel, how are you doing? Okay, actually, while we're on solid ground, I'm gonna take a quick look at the settings, see if we can fiddle with the graphics just a little bit. I don't want the graphics to be terrible, but obviously, if the camera's going to keep lagging, we're going to have to turn them down a little bit. We have got the graphics set to ultra right now, so, you know, we can afford to at least try high. I'm good, you? I'm good, Daniel, yeah, thanks. Oh, look at that. That's pretty much instantly improved. Now, there might still be the odd bit of camera lag, but that, for the most part, seems to have fixed it. And honestly, you probably can't tell the difference on stream between high and ultra, so, you know, I'm happy to carry on like this. And we're moving now, wow. I can turn the all-wheel drive off. Oh, it might take me a minute to get used to the controls that I've mapped. I just accidentally attached a winch to that telegraph pole when I was trying to turn off the all-wheel drive. There we go. But we'll get there. Reading terrain. You'll encounter different kinds of terrain, such as road, dirt, mud, deep mud, water, rocky slides, snow, and ice. Only the most experienced drivers with well-equipped vehicles can drive on any kind of terrain. When in doubt, there's no shame in avoiding danger. You can find out more about the different types of terrain in the codex available from the escape menu. Lovely. Okay, I think we'll be all right here. There's a little bit of a ford over the road, but we can get through it. We'll switch to low. Saro on YouTube said if you want you can remove the hands from the wheel. Yeah, I honestly I like having the hands because I think it's, you know, a little bit more realistic, but it does break the immersion a bit when they're kind of just stuttering like that, so I might turn them off. I'll keep them on for now. Fuel station. You can refuel here or near any vehicle that may potentially carry fuel. Refueling is free, as are repairs. Try to refuel as often as possible. Let's do it. Fuel station. Hold to refill fuel. There we go. Close. Are you playing without mods? We are STFC, yeah. We're playing completely vanilla at the minute. I have tried a few mods in this game before, but again, because it's been so long since I last played it, I wanna kind of refresh my memory of the game itself first. So I want to keep it vanilla for now. Okay, there's a road just behind us. If we turn around. Hi, Rocco. How you doing? Welcome. Honestly, it's great that I can finally use the gear shifter for Snowrunner. Like I was saying earlier, it is, unfortunately, this game doesn't really handle external controllers that well. It's alright if you've just got a steering wheel, but if you want to plug in lots of different bits and pieces, it really doesn't like it. But yeah, like I say, if you do have lots of controllers and you want to use them all for Snowrunner, take a look at Universal Control Remapper, or just UCR. You can Google it. Very, very useful. Haven't watched for a while. Excited to see you again. Thank you, Rocco. I'm excited to be playing a game that I've not played on stream before. Okay, watchtower discovered. Good job, you discovered your first watchtower. Discovering watchtowers will reveal parts of the map. To repair the bridge, you'll need a bigger vehicle to transport materials. Open your map to look at your surroundings. Find a truck capable of transporting the materials needed to repair the bridge. Okay, so this is where we get our first mission of the game. Again, what this game does very well is it does have a mission system. Oh, I was in reverse there. It has a mission system which is very kind of open-ended. You can really... You have quite a lot of choice what jobs you want to do. There are a few, like, quite important ones. The ones that I enjoy most are the ones that make permanent changes to the map. So, for example, this mission here, we're going to repair this bridge. And once this bridge is repaired, it's, like, permanently available for us to use that bridge. And there's other places like that around the map. There's like places where you can clear rock falls and, you know, repair holes in the road and stuff like that. And I really love those kind of missions because, again, it leads to actual permanent changes to the map, which is pretty cool. Okay, yes, by pressing right-click we can place markers on the map. Yes, so we can create a route to any part of the map with multiple markers if we want to, and we can also then clear those. Where is it that we're trying to get to at the minute? Find the truck. Oh, it's just there. Right. Well, that's easy. I guess we'll just go down here and then round. Going to be quite muddy at the bottom of there. I will try and stay in the internal camera as much as possible. Obviously, you know I enjoy the immersion of the first-person camera. But occasionally we will need to go out into the third person to get us out of certain situations. Draydog says, when I play games like this with nobody around, I expect a zombie to come out of nowhere. Can you imagine a zombie survival game, but it also had vehicles and SnowRunner style physics? You'd just get stuck in the mud on the first day and immediately be overrun by zombies. Oh, okay, now there's a truck. Now that'll carry some stuff. You found your first highway truck. Sorry, I got an itchy nose. All good. You found your first highway truck. This truck is designed for roads, so there are no off-road options included. Try not to fall into the swamp or drive into deep mud with it. You can find out more about the different types of truck in the codex, available from the escape menu. Lovely. My nose is still itching. So enter the truck, open the functions menu. That is this button here. Change truck. And then we just click on that one. There we go. And here it is, the GMC MH9500. Now, as you can see, this is a road-going truck. It is not designed for off-roading, so we are going to have to avoid the mud as much as we can. Oh, I just realised as well, the ignition lock works for this as well. We can use our actual keys to start the truck. We didn't get a chance to do that in the pickup, but it is an option. Okay, here we go. Can you drive anything you come across, or is it only what the game tells you to drive? Basically anything you come across, Stray Dog. Some vehicles you unlock after you've completed certain missions, but there are quite a few vehicles that you unlock them by just finding them. And there's a few rescue missions as well. There's a few, like, you know, there's a truck stuck in the mud. If you go and pull it out, you unlock it as a vehicle that you can drive. So yeah, there's a few different ways to get new vehicles. And there are loads as well, by the way. There's so many different trucks. Okay, where are we heading? This truck's really good. Unfortunately, it doesn't have four-wheel drive until the upgrade in Kola Peninsula, so for Michigan, useless. Yeah, we're going to use it for just this first job, because we're going to be mostly on the road for this one. But again, it's not an off-road truck. It's not going to be a great fit for this kind of work. We are going to head to, I think, town storage is where we need to pick stuff up. So, if we can get it through this little bit of mud here, and up onto the actual paved roads here, then a nice straight shot to the shop. Let's try it. Lights on. There we go. When do we get to see the snow? I thought there'd be a lot of snow as it's Snowrunner, but I can't see any. So there isn't any snow on this map, STFC. Some of the maps have snow, some of them don't. And actually the first map at the start of the game doesn't have any snow. It's an interesting choice in a game called Snowrunner for the first map not to have any snow, but I can see why. Snow is a very different driving experience, and it takes a lot more skill to get, you know, to get the hang of handling vehicles in the snow. So it makes sense to put it, you know, into the second mission. But yeah, there are snow-based maps, just not the starting map. Okay, come on. There we go. Okay, this isn't so bad. There's not too much mud here. I think we might be able to shift into auto. That's it. But again, because this isn't, because this is a road-going truck, there's no all-wheel drive and there's no diff lock. So very, very much not suited for off-roading. We want to avoid taking this truck off-road as much as possible. There we go. Nice paved roads. That's where this truck does best, you know. This is where this truck's at home. Oop. How's the best way to get in here? Let's reverse in. Oh, actually, yeah, we need to be at the box at the back there. So there's two different zone markers. If you have a truck with a winch, then you can winch stuff by hand, or like you can control the winch. But for now, we don't have that, so we're going to have to use auto-loading. But here we are. Okay. Cargo management. Oh, wrong button. There we go. Metal beams. Is it metal beams that we need? I need to double check what we're actually supposed to be transporting here. 1 lot of metal beams and 2 lots of wooden planks. Okay. There's the metal beams. We'll have to make 2 trips. We'll have to come back for the planks. But there we go. We've got our first load. Why are we not in there? I'm so used to the gearbox in Euro Truck. The gears are completely different in this one. There's low, auto, some trucks have a high gear, some trucks have 3 low gears. I'm just so used to Euro Truck, you know, where it's a nice, even 12 gears. I know where every single gear is. If you want, after the tutorial, you can go to Alaska and enjoy the snow map. We might do. I do have a few of the DLCs as well. I don't have all of them, because there's quite a lot of DLC for this game, but I do own the Year 1 and 2 Season Passes, so there's a few different maps that we can visit. There's actually 5 Season Passes for this game, currently. They're still releasing content for it to this day, which is good. I appreciate that they're still working on it. But it does mean there's quite a lot of payware DLCs for it. Okay, what's our best option here? Woo. I keep forgetting that the brake pedal makes us go backwards, not just brake. So if we want to stop moving, we need to put the handbrake on. I think we can go through this. I think this truck will be able to handle it. It's not that deep water. Come on. Shift to low. Oh, we got stuck on the fucking barrier that we brought with us. Whoops-a-daisy. That's better. What a great looking game as well. I do absolutely adore the visuals of this game, the graphics of this game. It is a really good looking game. Graphics are insane, says Chris. Honestly, this isn't even the highest graphics profile. I had to turn the graphics down. This is the high graphics profile. You can turn it all the way up to ultra. But yeah, even on high, it looks brilliant. And to be honest, even on low, it looks brilliant. The first time I played this game, I still had my Lenovo IdeaPad laptop. Terrible laptop, but it ran this game, and it ran it pretty well, and it looked really, really good. It's a good looking game. Okay, now, how come I'm not seeing the option to unload? Oh, I haven't activated tracking for the quest, that's why. Yeah, repairing the bridge. We already know. We've already brought the first load. I just forgot to activate the quest. Handbrake's still on. You can go through barricades. Play your klaxon first so they're dead and don't destroy the suspension. Oh yes, I completely forgot about that. You can knock over barriers with the horn. Okay, first load done. So now we just need some wooden beams. Oh, Handbrake. I just turned the handbrake off. Did you get that jumper off Freddy Krueger? Only joking, it's a nice jumper. Thank you, Spencer. It's actually a dress. It does look a little bit like Freddy's jumper, I will admit. But I don't think his jumper went down to his knees. Okay, starting to get dark. The lights aren't particularly bright on this truck. Okay, we're just going to go straight through this time. Oh, there we go. Maybe a little bit too aggressive. What are we stuck on? Have we bottomed out? Or have we got stuck on that barrier again? No, it's not there. Let's try and turn a bit. Come on. It is a lot steeper on this side than it is on that side, which would explain why it's a bit trickier to get up going in this direction, but there it is, there it is. Yep, and we're through. Hey Jerex, how you doing? Oh, I shouldn't have shifted. Now we can shift. There we go. How are you today? I'm good, thank you, Jerex. I'm so excited to finally be playing Snowrunner on stream. Like I said earlier, I love this game. I've played this game you know, so much in my free time, but never played it on stream before. Well, we played it on stream once, but it's always been a game that I've wanted to play regularly. You know, I've always wanted it to be a regular fixture on the channel, and it will be from now on. I'm going to be playing it once a month from now on. Which is about as regular as I can possibly make it, because I've got so many other games to play as well, you know. Oh, I don't think we can get wooden beams from here, can we? It's telling me on the map to go over that way. So I'm guessing the store here doesn't have wooden beams. We're here anyway, so we might as well have a quick look. I think we took the wrong turn. Here it is. Okay. Snowrunner's so good, I used to always play mods on it. Oh, it does have some great mods, Jerex. We're playing vanilla at the minute, but there are some great mods out there for Snowrunner. What are you transporting? We are currently on the lookout for wooden beams. Yeah, no wooden beams here. The nearest place is the lumber mill, so we will have to go slightly off-road. This path here is not too bad, though. We'll go there. Yeah, we're starting completely from scratch. It's been so long since I played the game, I thought it'd be better to just start a new campaign. And because it's my first time playing it on stream as well, I thought, you know, it just made sense to start a new game and play it as if it was my first playthrough, you know. just for the benefit of people who haven't played it before or seen it before, I've just fucking hit that lamppost. Whoops. And also, I've never played it with a manual gear shifter before, so it really is taking some getting used to. Okay, here we go. We're going outside this truck's comfort zone now. We're getting into the mud. Oh god. Very bumpy as well. I think we might be coming in a little bit fast. There we go. Easy. Wooden planks. Load. Oh, whoops, I accidentally loaded them into the loading platform. So the loading platform there, that's for if you have a truck with a crane arm on it, you can like manually load onto the truck. This one doesn't, so we can auto-load. But one of my favourite trucks in this game is the Bandit, which does have a crane arm, and we'll definitely be using that before too long. Okay, now how do we get out of here? How do we get out of here without getting drenched in mud? I honestly don't think it's a good idea to go this way. I think it would be safer to go back up to the paved road. Again, I'm very wary of this truck's off-road capabilities. I think the best option is to go back and then onto the main road here. Hello, Joseph Trakostanek. Sorry if I butchered your username. Do you need help? I'm fine, thank you, Joseph. I'm no stranger to Mudrunner or Snowrunner. Okay, here we go. Back out the way we came. You can go that road, it's okay. I'm not so sure, because that ford is quite a tricky one. Oh. Okay. Bit of a lag spike there. Apologies. I think that's because all the lights just came on. Okay, now we're on a roll. Okay, careful. Let's not go rushing across this time. Low. Oh, bollocks. There we go. Oh, maybe not. Okay. We are in the mud. And I don't want to sink too deep. I think now would be a good time to break out the winch. Here we go. Not there, though. That's just going to fall down immediately. Can we reach that bigger tree over there? That's it. Okay. Right. Winch in. Come on. Oh, we're in reverse gear. That's not helping. There we go. And we're away. Oh, another big lag spike there. The visibility does get quite low at night, but it's realistic, you know. It's not like ridiculous where you can't see 3 feet in front of you, but it's, you know, you can't see very far once it gets dark. Okay. Cargo management, unload. And there we go. Our bridge is built. The first mission of the game is complete. You've been promoted. You've reached rank 2. Ain't that beautiful? Looks like you did it. Looks just like you did in the old days. Now you can leave the peninsula and reach the garage. Start looking for your next contract. Okay, let's drive across our new bridge, shall we? You repaired the bridge and completed your first contract. Now the town is reconnected to the rest of the region. Time to find the garage, which is now marked on the map. Yes, next priority... The handbrakes flipped again. Next priority is to find the garage. Now, let's stop here for a second. And look on the map, because the garage is quite a long way away, and it's through quite a lot of difficult terrain as well, so this might not be the best truck to take through to the garage. In fact, I think we might switch back to the Chevy. It's a lot smaller, it's a lot more nimble. We'll park this up. I don't want to leave it in the middle of the road. We'll just pull over to the side, and then we'll switch to the Chevrolet, which is going to do a lot better job of getting through the mud. Let's put it that way. Hey Saul, how's the day been? Good, Charlie. How have you been? Here we go. Okay. Turn around first. Lights on. There we go. The lights don't actually help that much in the fog, because they just, like, reflect off it. There we go. You can already see how much better this this truck's going to be off-road. Not the best off-roader in the world, but it's a damn sight better than the AMC. Ooh, AMC. Is this a new save? It is, Charlie. Yes, we started from scratch. I think it's been over a year since I last played this game. So I wanted to just start from scratch and, like, refresh my memory. God, it's bumpy. There we go. Evening, Cat. How are you doing? I'm good. How are you? Ooh. Okay, which way? Garage to the right. Fair enough. I'm good. Glad to hear it, Cat. Okay, now we're venturing off into unknown territory. In fact, I should probably check the map. We do need to find a few more watchtowers. These watchtowers unlock the map, by the way. You can see that there's quite big chunks of the map that aren't visible. You have to visit these watchtowers to unlock them. And I suppose since we're in the area, there's one right here. We may as well check it out. A new angle for the camera? Yes, it's good, isn't it? I like the camera down here. I wanted it somewhere where you could see the sim gear a bit better. You could see the steering wheel and the gear shifter and all that. And I think this works. It's not perfect, but I'm happy with it for now. Game looks good at night, says Charlie. It does. It really does. I think a lot of games... a lot of games don't look good when it's dark. You know what I mean? There are a lot of games that struggle to get the graphics right at night time. But I think this game does it really well. Okay, this terrain is decidedly more difficult than I was expecting. We are only 118 meters away from the watchtower, though, so we should be okay. If I try and avoid the trail itself, because that's very muddy. Never heard of this game before? It's such a good game, Cat. It's if you're after a game with like realistic driving physics, this is it. The mud physics is so realistic. The vehicle performance is very realistic. Even stuff like fuel consumption and damage, you know, it's so refreshing to have a game where vehicles actually get damaged. Because in Euro Truck, you can wrap your truck round a lamppost and it'll say the truck's damaged, but it looks like there's barely a scratch on it. You know what I mean? Whereas with this game, when the vehicles get damaged, you can see it. You can see the dints. You can see the missing bits. It's such a realistic driving experience. I absolutely love it. I can't recommend it enough, honestly. Snowrunner, says Silly Maxer. Yes, it's time. It's finally time. I've spoken about this game so much as well. Like, I'm constantly talking about how much I want to play Snowrunner. And now here we are. Where can I winch to? We can go over there. I guess. It's not perfect, but it'll do for now. It's going to pull that tree down, though. If I can get onto that big tree on the left. Release. Okay, when do you play the truck one? I play Euro Truck on Tuesdays as well. So next Tuesday I'll be playing some more Euro Truck Simulator. Which is a great game, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not trying to hate on Euro Truck, because it's another one of my favourite games. Is this game once a month or twice a month? This game's going to be once a month, STFC, and Euro Truck's going to be twice. Ooh. Okay, we are surrounded by trees, fallen trees, and they are slowing us down, and it looks like the back wheels are sinking. Can we winch again? Yes, we can reach that tree. Perfect. I find the truck one so satisfying to watch. I don't know why. It is a very satisfying game. It's just relaxing, you know. I'm a big fan of relaxing games. This one doesn't necessarily always fit the bill on that front. It can get frustrating because it's very easy to get stuck in the mud like this. That's what the game is, you know. The whole point of the game is that you get stuck in the mud, which can grate after a while. But yeah, in general, I do love games that are nice and relaxing, and Euro Truck definitely is. How long you been playing Snowrunner for, says Jack Duckett? Since the beginning, Jack. I haven't played it for a while, but I was there when this game came out. I might have pre-ordered it, actually, I can't remember. But I loved MudRunner before it. I was a big fan of MudRunner. As soon as Snowrunner came out, I was always going to buy it, you know, I had to have it. And I love MudRunner as well, don't get me wrong. MudRunner's great, but this really does feel like the perfect sequel to MudRunner. It's like the perfect step up in terms of the scope of the game. I love it. Okay, we found a watchtower, which means we've now unlocked a pretty decent chunk of the map here. We've unlocked all of this area. There's a farm down there. There's a couple of trailers down there, which we may use later on. There's also a watchtower right here at the beginning, but we'll leave that one for now. The garage is over here. There is one more watchtower near the garage, so I think we'll head to that one next. The question is, how are we getting back to the road? Because this was a nightmare to get across here. We could follow this. This looks fairly reasonable. And then back onto the road that way. Let's try that. What do you do in this game? Just drive around? No, there is actually missions in this one, Elizabeth. You can... it's mostly delivery stuff. You do, like, construction projects and stuff like that. So, for example, there might be a bridge that you need to build, and you have to bring metal beams and bricks and stuff like that to fulfill, like, the contract. There is a lot of just driving around as well, like to discover the map and stuff like that. But yeah, there's plenty of missions to do. There's plenty of contracts to do. It's not just driving around and getting stuck in mud all the time. Speaking of getting stuck in mud, though, we don't appear to be budging right now. I'm gonna put my side winch. I'm going to winch the side of the truck to the watchtower there and see if that helps us. Oh, perfect. There we go. Come on. I think it's probably best if we stay in low gear for the time being. Oh, this actually doesn't look... I thought this, on the map, this looked like a nice, easy bit of terrain. I'm not seeing that right now. I also can't, don't seem to be able to turn. I think because we're sliding in mud again. Come on. No, we're not budging. Winch time again. Can we reach that big tree? Yes, we can. Good. What wheel are you running, says Jack? This is the Logitech G heavy equipment wheel, which I got as a bundle with the side panel, which you can just see in the corner of the screen there. It's cheap and cheerful, you know, it's not the best quality wheel in the world, but it's also a very budget-friendly option. I am looking to upgrade it at some point, possibly this year, but if you've never had a steering wheel before, and you're looking to like get your first one, I do think it's a good place to start, because again, very budget-friendly. You know, you're not paying a load of money for something that you might not necessarily get that much use out of. I always think it's better to go for a cheaper option first, and then if you enjoy it, you can get something a bit better quality further down the line, you know? So yeah, I do recommend the Logitech heavy equipment wheel for beginners. If you never had a wheel before, it's a good one to start with. Hope you're having a wonderful day. I am, Moo Boy. Thank you very much. How are you doing? I think we might be able to go to auto. There we go. What force feedback does it have? None, unfortunately, Jack. That is one of its biggest downsides, is there's no force feedback in this wheel. To be honest, though, I'm not the biggest fan of force feedback. I get that it adds to the immersion, and I am someone who's normally obsessed with immersion, but I actually find force feedback a bit distracting. I actually find it takes away a little bit, for me personally. But if you do like force feedback and you want a wheel that has force feedback, this one doesn't, just to be absolutely clear. Just buy the as of, because this map's a pain. Unfortunately, Hardstyle Shuffle, we can't actually buy any trucks right now, because we've started a new game. So we're completely starting from scratch. We have very little money. I wanted to, like, replicate the authentic beginner experience, you know. I wanted to play it as if it was my first time playing, for the benefit of people who are seeing the game for the first time, you know. If you've never played the game before and you're starting it for the first time, this is how it's going to be. Although if you're playing it for the first time, you probably don't have a steering wheel and a gear shifter and all of this stuff already. Oh shit, we hit that tree. There we go, now we're on the move again. I think if you fast travel to Russia, you can get it pretty quick. You might be right, Hardstyle Shuffle. Honestly, though, I don't want to just get the biggest and best truck straight away, you know what I mean? It is great once you get further in and you can get those huge trucks that just can plow through any terrain effortlessly. But at the same time, the whole point of the game is that you're supposed to get stuck, right? I like it. I like getting into tough situations and having to try and... Now, I think this watchtower here is at the top of a cliff. If I remember correctly, we might have to turn right here. We'll keep going straight ahead. Are you on multiplayer? No, single player, CK. Might do multiplayer in future, if there's enough demand for it. If people want to join for a multiplayer game, then I might consider it. Okay, water. There we go. Nice and easy. Okay, the garage is straight ahead. As I suspected, yeah, the tower is up there. Unfortunately, this path here is very difficult to get up unless you have the right truck for it. If I can get the camera there. You can see these huge rocks here. They actually cover the path completely. So if you want to go up that road, you have to have a truck that can actually get over the rocks. And they are huge. So we'll come back for that. I actually have a truck in mind already. There's a really great little kind of Jeep kind of truck that's great for that. But the Chevy is not going to cut it. We've finally reached the garage, though, which means that we now can start using a few different trucks. We can look in the shop. We can see what's available to us. You've discovered your first garage. What you've done so far is the meat of the game. Explore and discover watchtowers, complete contracts to earn rewards, and find garages to improve or buy new vehicles. Now let's get inside. Let's. Oh, we discovered the Fleet Star F2070A as well. Okay. How do we enter the shop? There we go. The garage used to store, upgrade, customize, buy, and sell vehicles, but also for traveling to other regions. Yep. Truck storage. Okay, so here are a few of the DLC trucks. Once again, I do have the year 1 and 2 season passes. This is one of my favourite trucks ever made. It is a beast, and I would love nothing more than to buy it right now. But it costs 202 grand and we don't have that. So for now, we're not going to be able to use it. But genuinely, this might be my favourite truck in the entire game. The Tatra T813. Fantastic. I like the Bandit as well. The Bandit's really great. It has its uses. But like I was saying earlier, there are certain trucks that will just blitz through any obstacle. And this is one of them. This is one of those trucks that it can do it all. I love it. But again, we can't afford it yet, so we're gonna have to find alternate options. The Khan Marshal. This is the one that I was talking about. That's really good. It's a really good scout. Like with the tires, because the tires are so huge, it literally like bounces from rock to rock. It's so good at climbing. If you're wanting to get to like tricky watchtowers that are at the top of steep cliffs and stuff, this is really perfect for that. We can't afford that yet either, though, so we're not gonna buy anything right now. Just use cheat engine and change your money. That's what I do in Euro Truck. That's fine, Tranmere. If that's how you like to play the game, then that's absolutely fair enough. But I prefer to keep things legit. I like to. I feel like, you know, it feels a lot more earned if you actually save up the money for stuff like that. Again, you know, everyone's entitled to their own play style, and if that's how you play the game, that's fair enough. But it's not for me. Oh, please travel to Alaska. I was wondering why it wouldn't let me leave the garage. We have to travel to Alaska first. Okay, There we go. We're not going to stay in Alaska. We're going to go back to Michigan again. I'm just visiting here for the sake of the tutorial. But this is our second map. And it is the first bit of actual snow that you see in the game. So we might come back here again later in the stream. If not, we'll definitely come here at some point. Oh, we haven't even looked at the truck store, by the way. This is another place where you can buy a load of really great trucks. Wait, hang on a minute. So... Oh, I already have these. Okay. I'm an idiot. I completely forgot. We actually already own all of those trucks. Let me just... Okay, Michigan. Yeah. Travel. It's been so long since I played this game, I forgot. I've forgotten quite a lot of the basics, if we're being honest. Now I want to go to the garage. There we go. Okay, truck storage. Right, so it turns out we actually do already own the all of these trucks. Where's the Karn gone now? Did I take it to Alaska? Oh. I did. Okay. Right, how do I store it? Truck store. No. Truck storage. Okay, that'll do. Sorry everybody, I'm a little bit rusty. It's been a while since I played. Truck storage, Karn Marshal. There we go. How many maps in the game, says Charlie? Base game, I believe there's 4. Oh no, there's 3 in the base game. Michigan, Alaska, and Tamir. The rest are from DLCs, so we've got the Kola Peninsula, Yukon, Wisconsin, Amur, Don, Maine, Tennessee, and the Glades. These ones are ones that we don't have. So we don't have the Ontario DLC, Columbia, Scandinavia, North Carolina, etc., etc., etc. There's, I think, like 20 plus with all the DLCs. Mind you, not every DLC adds in a new map. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. There's 19 maps altogether, but only 3 of those are in the base game. The rest are DLCs. Okay, anyway, we have now got access to the Karn Marshal, and this is another absolute beast of a truck. This is really great for scouting. We're going to use it to get to the watchtower here. I believe this is a pre-order bonus, or it might have been in the Year 1 Season Pass. I forget. I don't think it's base game, but I could be wrong. I've only played Mudrunner. I need to check out Snow. You should, Charlie. If you enjoyed Mudrunner, you will definitely enjoy this. Was there a first... Hi, Jess. How are you doing? Was there a first driving game that got you interested in all the realism? Probably Euro Truck, Silly Maxer. I think the first simulator game that I played was Farming Sim. FS15, specifically. But that was on the PS4. It wasn't really until I got my first PC and I played Euro Truck for the first time that I really started to get interested in the idea of realism. I just remember playing it with the keyboard and mouse and thinking to myself, this would be really great with like a proper steering wheel. And so it all really started from there. Okay, I am going to turn off my hands. Hi, driver's hands. Okay. There we go. I'm getting a bit distracted by them being really jittery. So we'll turn them off. I do prefer it. I do think they look a bit more realistic. You know, it adds a bit more realism when you can see the actual hands on the steering wheel in the game. But yeah, they're very, very jittery because my actual steering wheel's quite jittery. If you go ahead of that crossing just a little bit, there's a mission that asks you to go close to the watchtower. Oh, is it this one here? The place beyond the spruces? Just so you don't have to make the same trip twice. Thanks for the tip, Sarah. I'll go and check that out. I'm telling you though, this truck, I mean, literally, look at it. As soon as we come across any, like, stones or anything, it just glides over them. It's got great suspension. The tyres are huge. It literally bounces. Once you start climbing over all the rocks, it literally, like, skips from rock to rock. It's really great. Okay, here we go. Show task. There's a place in the mountains that has the most stunning views. Why don't you take a look? Okay, perfect. 2 birds with 1 stone. So there's a watchtower up here, and there's a quest up there. Nice one. We'll hit the watchtower first. Never used the car, looks super cool. I really recommend it, Sarah. Like I say, I think it's part of the Year 1 Season Pass. Or you can probably buy it separately as well. But it's really great. It's the perfect Scout. Those wheels are huge, says Jess. Yeah, the wheels help a lot. I know I said I was going to try and stick to the internal camera, like the first-person camera, but sometimes you need to look outside. Sometimes you need to take a look at the third-person camera and just appreciate how great some of these vehicles are. Okay, here we go. You're about to see it in action. Look at this. It just makes it look effortless. Like, the Chevy, I like the Chevy, don't get me wrong, but the Chevy would not get up here anywhere near as easily. It really does make it look so easy. Fantastic truck. Absolutely fantastic truck. Those graphics are amazing. They are, STFC. Again, can we just appreciate how good this game looks? Like, I really do think it's a beautiful game. And you don't necessarily see it as much when you're on the inside camera. Sometimes you have to go into third person to just appreciate how good this looks, how beautiful this game is. Ever played Roadcraft? I have, and oh my word, it was awful. Yes, Charlie, we did a first look video at Roadcraft in September last year. I got it refunded. I got my money back. I hated it. I'm sure it has a market. I'm sure there's people out there who would enjoy it, but for me personally, I expected an experience much closer to Mudrunner and Snowrunner, and it really didn't deliver for me. So yeah, not a Snowrunner, not a Roadcraft fan. I really just couldn't get into it. It doesn't have Mudrunner's vehicle handling physics. It doesn't have there's no vehicle damage at all, which is wild to me. There's no fuel consumption. There's just so many things from this game that should have been in it, and it just made no sense for them to not be in it. So yeah, not a Roadcraft fan. Okay, where are we actually going now? I know that there's a mission up here somewhere, but I probably should have marked it on the map. I mean, I imagine it's through here. Oof. Bit of a bump there. Okay. Pause for a second. Check the map. Place beyond the spruces. Oh, it's right here. Just keep going for a little bit and then turn left. Handbrake still on. Woo. Okay, turn left. Is there a path up there? On the map it looks like there is, but it doesn't really seem like there's a path here. Ooh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, shit. Okay. Oh, we fucked it. Okay. Well, we've had our first major accident of the game so far. Yeah, we're not going to get out of this. The engine's completely stalled. Oh dear. I was just talking about how great this truck is as well, and what happens, it tips and rolls down the hill. Oh well. Can't win them all. You know, sometimes sometimes you just roll down a cliff. It happens. Happens to the best of us. I think we might be able to go up the other side anyway. Yeah, so it was up here, right? If we... Which way would be quicker? Would it be quicker to go back here and up this side, or out here and round this side? I think it's probably going to be quicker to go this way again. Yeah, we'll do that. I know we haven't done much transporting, by the way. So far we've just been exploring. But I like the exploring. To the left of where you are now? Oh, we could go that way, but that's basically vertical. We'd, like, be going straight up. I mean, we could try it. It would certainly be a challenge. Let's see what we can do. I mean, that's what this game's all about, right? It's a shortcut that I use to avoid the mud over there. Right, we'll give it a go. Okay, I'm regretting this already. I think I've just turned around. I'm just going back down to the road. Look, I'm just gonna stick to the path, or we're just gonna get lost. Tree there, thanks, T. Not this way, I mean behind the garage, just ahead of where you go out of it. What do you mean? I've not seen any, like, possible shortcut here, I can't lie. Like, no matter which way we go, it's gonna be... We're gonna have to be cutting straight through the trees. I think the easiest option is just to stick to the path. Whoa! Slippy. This way? There we go. Okay, there we go. Ooh, careful. Okay, there's the watchtower. After all that, we actually did end up coming here twice, and now we're going to have to come here for a third time, because I just fucking rolled it again. Okay, right, I'm starting to get frustrated. Let's go do something else. We'll come back to that later. Let's take a look at the map and see what main missions there are to be done. Right. I think the next main mission is back here. Oh, here we go. Dyson Diesel, Husky Forwarding, Steel River Township. Dyson Diesel? I think whatever we do, we are going to have to at least unlock the rest of these watchtowers. So maybe... let's just head in this direction. Let's just head to the watchtowers. Really, that should be our top priority, is unlocking the watchtowers. Because once we've done that, we can at least see the whole map, you know? Now, there's some really bad mud here. I think the Cairn should be alright. But the mud around this side of the garage is really, really tricky. Yeah, here it is. The Cairn might be able to go up there, honestly. Oh yeah, easily. Well, maybe not easily, but it can. That's it. Oh, wow. I did not realise how steep this was. Maybe we should go down to the right there. I'm going to turn to the right. Oh shit, don't roll over again. Okay, stay calm. There's a nice flat bit there, if we can just get to that. Come on. There we go. Handbrake's still on. That's it. Wow, that was tough. Tougher than I expected. Where do we go now, though? We are so far off the track now. So far off the beaten path. Oh. Oh! Lovely. Where's this? Oh, there was... there's a path right there. There was a path right next to where we were just driving. This is why you need to unlock the watchtowers. So that you can see where the proper paths are. I think we can get to that watchtower through here, to be honest. Where's the path? Where? Okay, we're getting there. Oh, the watchtower's closer than I thought. Don't forget to activate the mission or you have to come back to it. Well, it's too late now. Which way? I think left is probably the better option here. That's it, that's it, that's it. Oh, actually right probably would have been better. But we're here, we're close enough. It's within reach. There we go. Launch observation, sure. Nope. There we go. Do you watch Daz Black? If so, what do you think to the taxi simulator? I don't, Daniel, no. I'm familiar with him, but I've never watched him. A few people have recommended Taxi Simulator, though. And it's not something that I've really considered, but it's not something that I won't, you know, give a try at some point, probably. Okay. God, the sensitivity of the mouse. I think I might have accidentally turned my sensitivity up way too high. Have a look. Controls. Nope, mouse sensitivity is only on 1. So it's wild to me how quickly the mouse seems to turn on the map. The next watchtower is fairly easy to get to by the looks of it. Head down here, then to the road, then up from there. Yeah, I think we can do that. Whoa, bouncy. Very, very, very rough ride. What a brilliant truck, honestly, though. I know I keep saying it, but God, I love this truck. And we're back on the road. Oh, and the watchtower's right there. We can see it straight in front of us. My favourite scout's the Resvani Hercules, because it never tips over and can bring lots of parts for fuel and repairs. Plus it has 6 wheels. I don't have the Resvani, unfortunately, Sarah. I don't have that DLC. But it sounds great. Whoa, 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 whoa. Never mind that tree. Okay, slowly. Don't tip over, don't tip over, don't tip over. Thank you. Well, one watchtower left. There are some more over at the other side of the map as well. But if we can... Actually, we might not need to get the next one. I think we've got everything we need here. Let's do the mountain bridge. Like I said earlier, I like to do these repair jobs first, because they help to unlock parts of the map. Once this mountain bridge is repaired, we can drive heavier trucks, you know, over this part of the map. There's a roadblock there that we can clear. There's a wooden bridge down there that we can build. So I think those are a good place to start. Let's head to the mountain bridge. Oh, we need to put a map marker on it. Now, what's the best way to get there? I think just back the way we came, to be honest. Oh, for God's sake, we've tipped again. That's the 3rd time today. It does tip quite easily, the Khan. That's its only downside, really. Is it does have a tendency to tip. Can we recover? Oh, actually, we might not need to. It looks like it's... There we go, it's righted itself. Moving on then. Okay, here we go. These rock slides are becoming the bane of my life. We need to create alternate routes around the area to avoid the slides, or operations are going to grind to a halt. A mountain bridge would solve this. Lovely. What do we need? What do we need to bring? One lot of metal beams, 2 lots of concrete blocks. Concrete blocks are from the warehouse, metal beams are from town storage. Okay. I think we'll get the concrete beams first, because the warehouse is a bit closer. I think we'll also head to the garage and get one of our other trucks on it. Why not? Because I do want to show you some of the other trucks that I have already. Truck storage. In fact, oh, we could use the Tatra. We could use the Tatra. I was just talking about how incredible this truck is. Let's use it. Let's use it. Tatra sideboard. Oh, we don't have enough for the sideboard bed. That's unfortunate. Not enough money. Okay, never mind. Let's take a look at the Bandit. The Bandit's not a bad truck. Customize. This has already got a crane and cargo bed. It does have road tyres at the minute though, and we don't have enough money, or we haven't unlocked any off-road tyres. I'll tell you what we'll do. We will take this and we'll go and get the steel beams first, because that's pretty much on road all the way, and then we'll come back for the bigger tyres and do the off-road bit. You can sell the Fleet Star, it's outside the garage. I don't want to sell any trucks if I can avoid it, Saro. I want to try and keep all of them so that they're all available. We do need to get the Fleet Star repaired up and taken to the garage properly though. Currently playing Expeditions, a Mudrunner game, says Charlie. Expeditions is good. I do prefer this, but... You have metal beams right there, close to the garage, do I? Oh yeah, there's some metal beams over there. Can we transfer them to the Bandit? Is the question. If it'll let me enter it. There we go. Should be able to. Okay, there's metal beams here. Now, can we unload those onto here? Oh, I've accidentally attached the winch to the trailer. Don't do that. There we go. I don't think we can actually do that. I don't think you can... Yeah, there's no way to lift those off there. The only way to transport them is to take the whole trailer, which I don't really want to do. Unpack them first by attaching the trailer. Okay. Oh shit! I've still got the crane legs deployed. There we go. Forward a bit. There we go. There we go. Unpack cargo. Detach trailer. There we go. Right. Activate anchors. Okay. Now we can pick these up with the crane. Lovely. Do attach/detach. There we go. And why is that not? Ah! Oh, there we go. Okay, pull them in slightly. Rotate a little bit. Come on. There we go. And down. God, this is tricky, but I'm here for it. Aha! There we go. Perfect. Then we detach. Restore the crane. There we go. I'm just getting used to the controls, because I've never played it with the control panel before. But there we go. Oh, we should probably pack cargo as well, just so it doesn't fall out. Okay, and we're off. Are you in Stranger Things, says Charlie? I'm not, Charlie, no, honestly. It's I've never really got into it. Apparently I'd enjoy it. People tell me that I'd enjoy it. And maybe I would. Maybe it is up, you know, maybe it would be my thing. But I don't know, I've just never really had time to get into it, you know. Okay. And we're off. Finally. Now, as mentioned earlier, the Bandit, it can do off-road, but right now it doesn't have off-road tyres on. So it is going to be quite slow and painful. And we are actually already stuck. No visible winch attachment points. Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. I don't want to hear that. I love that we got stuck almost immediately. There's nowhere to winch to. The nearest tree is just a bit too far away. Oh my god, we are really in it. I think we've messed up quite badly. Yeah. But if we recover, that means we're going to lose the steel beams. You know what we should have done? We should have gone round. There's a paved road all the way round here. Fuck's sake. I think resetting is going to be the best option. Recover. And I'll just do what I should have done in the first place, which is go and pick up the steel beams at the in the town. There we go. Sell the GMC and buy mud tyres. The truck's useful anyway. Once again, I don't want to sell any of the trucks. I'm not going to be selling any of the trucks. No matter how bad they are. Once I've got a truck unlocked, I want to keep it. And in any case, this is, you know, once we've got the steel beams from the other workshop, it'll be a lot easier to get them to the bridge. Because the road on the other side is actually paved. I don't think we're going to actually get to the snow today, everybody, I've got to say. I don't think we're going to actually see any snow in this episode, but next time, we definitely will. There's the GMC. Oh shit. That was my fault. I wasn't looking where I was going. We clipped the corner of the bridge there. My bad. work? It did. Lovely. Whoops, we've hit somebody's car. Oh, shit. I've clipped the wall again. I'm really bad at judging how far away stuff is on the right-hand side, because I'm so used to driving right-hand side vehicles, you know? I fancy a challenge, so we're going to load these manually as well. What's for tea tonight, says Daniel? I don't know, honestly. Haven't decided yet. Right. How do we... How does this... I've never actually used one of these loading areas before. How does it work? Do we have to still pick up the cargo from the main area first? I mean, we might as well just do that. There we go. I'm not quite sure how you activate the... what do you call it? I'm not sure how you get it to deposit them so that they have to be picked up manually. We're getting there though, we've made progress. A little bit of progress, but progress all the same. Thanks everyone for the gifts today, by the way. Silly Maxa, Jess, Stray Dog, much appreciated as always. I have noticed, I mean this is only like the third stream. Oh shit. No, it's only the second stream that I've done. At the new 5 o'clock time slot, but I have noticed there's been a higher number of consistent viewers. Like there's 8 people watching right now on TikTok. That's a higher figure than we were getting on the 3 to 6 PM streams, but we haven't had like big spikes like we normally have on the 3 to 6 streams. Like last week on Farming Sim, for example, the average viewership was about 4 people for most of the stream, but it did spike to about 30-40 people at one point. So what I'm noticing so far is there are more people who have like been here for the whole stream, but there's less people like coming in. You know what I mean? Like there's less of that. A bunch of people suddenly join. So it's interesting. Like I say, I'm still not 100% sure what the best time slot is. That's why I'm experimenting with this. That's why I'm trying to do this 5 till 8. And if it works, great. If it doesn't, then we can consider other options. What's going on here? I didn't realise there was going to be a pylon blocking the road here. fallen power line. What do I need to bring? Fallen power line, yeah. But it doesn't tell me what I actually need to bring. Hold on a minute. Can you not use indicators on this game? No, unfortunately not, Daniel. You don't really need to, though, because there's no other traffic about. It's just us. Yeah, select. Fallen power line. Metal beams and concrete blocks. Okay, well, we've already got metal beams, so I think it just wouldn't show me because I was in the zone, in the drop zone. Okay. Yeah, we got the stuff. Unpack cargo. Yeah. Am I missing something? Like this is what we were supposed to bring, and we brought it. What's going on? Close the function. Oh, right. Unpack the cargo. Then close the functions menu. Right. No. Oh, hang on. There we go. Okay. Sorry, I'm a bit rusty. I think 4 to 7 could be good, says Charlie. I think 4 to 7 could work. Because what I have noticed in previous streams is that there's normally a spike around about 5 o'clock. But when I start at 5 o'clock, there isn't a spike. Like, it doesn't start off with a spike. So maybe if I started at 4 o'clock, then there would be a spike at 5. And because it's slightly later in the day, there might be a more consistent viewership throughout the stream as well. So 4 to 7 could work. I might give it a go. We'll do 5 till 8 tomorrow for Horror Wednesday. But maybe for Farm Sim Friday this week I might start at 4. I'm going to get some fuel on my way past as well, because we haven't refueled for a while. Okay, slow. That's it. I find when it spikes, the trolls come out then. Yeah, that does tend to be... I mean, I think they go hand in hand, you know, Daniel. The more people who are watching, the more likely I am to get troll comments. There's not really anything that can be done about it, to be honest. Again, if you want views, you got to expect a couple of trolls as well. That's the second time I've hit that same wall. This is not where we get concrete blocks from. Right, reset all of this for a start. The warehouse. Oh, fuck's sake. Okay. What's the best thing to do here? Oh! There's a trailer there with concrete blocks on it. There we go. If we go and pick that up, we could use the GMC for this. Yeah, we found it. We found it, Sarah. Okay, maybe this truck not the best idea. It could be alright. Ah, yes, there's concrete blocks on that trailer there. Attached trailer. Thanks for sharing the live, Jess. If you are enjoying the live stream, by the way, everybody, please do share. As I've probably already mentioned, I have been shadow banned by TikTok recently, so my live streams aren't really showing up on people's For You pages, and it has led to me getting incredibly low views. So if you do like the stream, please share it so that other people actually know that I'm streaming. Okay, can we pull to that tree? Okay, there's another tree on the left there that we can get to. The beacon would look good on here too. It would, Daniel. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to get the beacon to work with this. There are some trucks in the game that have beacons, but my beacon light doesn't seem to light up when I use them, which is a shame. No diff lock? Unfortunately not, Jess. No, this is not an off-road truck, so it's got no diff lock, no all-wheel drive. It's very, very bad on this kind of terrain. Where else can we winch We could winch the side. Yeah. Oh no, but that's no, because the trailer's going to get wrapped around that tree then. We could winch the trailer. Maybe that one. Yeah, let's try that. Oh, there it goes, there it goes. Okay, and then the middle one. Don't slip back, don't roll back. Come on, come on, there we go, there we go. We're nearly there. Yep. As soon as it's on the road, we're fine. Oh. Well, not quite. That's it. That's it. Now we're away. Like I said, it's a good truck. It just can't go in any mud at all. It's a good road going truck, but it's a terrible off-roader. The Bandit would have been better, to be honest. We're stuck again already. Fantastic. I'm not giving up. I'm too stubborn to change trucks now. I've committed to using this truck. We're going to do the job with this truck. Concrete blocks all the way, says Sarrow. Yep, we're moving them now. It's still slow going, but we're moving them now. I mean, the fact that we are carrying a pretty big trailer with 4 massive loads of concrete blocks on it probably doesn't help much. But at least there's plenty of trees here, so there's plenty of places for us to winch to. That makes things a bit easier. I mean, for me, this is what this game's all about, you know? This is the whole point of the game, is to try desperately to claw your way through the mud. Would you like this to be a full-time job if it's not already? Streaming, you mean, Daniel? It'd be nice. It would be absolutely amazing if I could do this as a full-time job, you know, if I made enough money from this to actually do it. But unfortunately I don't. I don't make enough money off this at the minute to really be able to do it long term. But it would be great. It is something that I really enjoy doing. I like entertaining people, you know, and I I know sometimes the streams can be a little bit boring, but I feel like I need people to riff off, you know. I can only entertain people if people are actually going to engage in the first place, you know. It is quite difficult. Something that I said in the past, back when my streams were a bit more popular than they are now, something that I always said is never leave dead silence, you know, never just sit there not talking. You should always keep talking to keep people engaged. But it's very difficult to do that when there aren't many people here in the first place, you know? It has kind of a snowball effect. Once people start joining the stream and they start talking to you, they start asking questions for you to answer, and the more you interact, the more people enjoy the stream and the more likely they are to share it and get more people involved. And it kind of snowballs from there, you know? As long as you keep talking, it keeps people interested. But again, it can be very tricky to do that. It can be very tricky to keep talking when the chat's slow and there's not really many people to interact with. I do my best. I do my best, and I know sometimes there are long pauses and long periods of me just sitting here not saying anything, but I do try to avoid that. So yeah, it's always nice when there are actually people watching and asking questions and you know, allowing me to continue that conversation. Okay, I'm gonna winch to here. Why is that? There we go. I think it's because I have my hand on the wheel. I think if the wheel moves even slightly whilst I'm winching, it like cancels out the winch interaction. I need to make sure my hands are off the wheel whenever I'm trying to attach a winch somewhere. If you use the low gear, it may move better. I am in low gear, actually, Saro. This is with low gear. In fact, I think we can shift back up now. We're over the mud. It's understandable. We should talk back too, though. Exactly, Daniel. Like, obviously, I'm not like saying I'm not blaming people. I'm not saying like, why aren't you talking to me? But I kind of am. I'm kind of like, you know, I can be very entertaining, but I need somebody, you know, when it's like just a one-sided conversation, it's not so easy. I need to know that there's somebody there listening and answering back, and, you know, we can have an actual back and forth. Oh, we need the actual truck to be in the interaction zone. There we go. Okay. Hey, we repaired the pylon. Lovely. About time. If only we had more folks like you willing to take the initiative. Where does it get from here? I may call in service again soon, though. Right, okay. I think because the next job is the bridge over here, and we need metal beams and concrete blocks, I've got an idea. We've already got concrete blocks here. Let's use the bandit to bring some metal beams to this truck, load them onto the back of this, and then we can take the blocks and the metal beams together to where the bridge is. That's what I'm thinking. That's my plan. So let's head over to the bandit, which is at the shop anyway, if I can find it. Where is it? There. Load up. There we go. And on the move. How's the spider doing? Says Daniel. Not bad. Not bad. He still hasn't eaten, which it's getting very worrying now. It's actually tomorrow. It's 1 month tomorrow since he last ate. The last time he ate anything was on Christmas Day, and that was 4 weeks ago now. Which obviously is cause for concern. He has malted in that time, and they don't eat, you know, before or after they malt. They do have like a long period where they go off their food. But it's been so long now, I'm like really hoping he eats soon, because I'm worried that he is going to start starving. That being said, just after he molted, I did give him some sugar water, which he did take. So it's like he's had some nourishment, you know, he's got energy, but he just won't eat actual foods yet. And I'm really hoping he does soon, because it's been so long now. If he does eat, though, I'm hoping to... I want to get some footage of him eating and put it on TikTok, because it's been a while since I really shared that much footage of him. I'm just keeping my fingers crossed, you know. They can go quite a while without eating. But that doesn't make it any less worrying when they don't eat. Oh, shit, what did I just hit? Well, I hit the other truck that time. Okay, here we are. Right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to transfer the beams over to the other truck, and then we're going to take it all to where it needs to be. Now, we could just swap trucks. I could just attach the trailer to this, but, you know, I want to use the crane. I like using the crane. There we go. Remember to unpack the cargo first. There we go. And bring it in. Down. Ooh, wrong way. Down a bit. There we go. And nope. There we go. God, like I said earlier, I'm still getting used to the controls. I've never played this with the control panel before. I've only ever played it with... I've played it with the steering wheel, but I've never used the side panel with it before. And it's quite a learning curve. Okay, swing it out a bit more. Ooh. Extend it a bit. Oh, perfect. Down, 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 down. There we go. God, she makes it look easy. Restore crane, and then change truck. There we go. And now all we have to do, once we've packed the cargo, is drive. Take it to where it needs to be. Where does it need to be, actually? Let's just confirm that we know where we're going. This bit up here might be a little bit tricky, and there's also a little bit of a muddy patch there. So we'll go steady. I like your accent. Are you from North UK? I am, Sarah. Yes, I'm from South Yorkshire, which is, as you say, in the north of England. I'm from Sicily. Lovely. I don't think we've ever had a Sicilian viewer before. Where is everyone watching from today, by the way? We haven't done that in a while. I like to ask. I like to know whereabouts in the world people are watching from. Let me know in the comments. Don't be too specific. Don't dox yourself or anything. But you know, let me know what country you're in, or what county, or whatever else. Rotherham, says Daniel. Wow, I didn't realise you were so close by. Okay, we might have a little bit of trouble here. Grimsby, says Charlie. Nice one. Southwest, says STFC. East Sussex, says Silly Max. So lovely. It's nice to hear from international viewers as well. Like, I know the vast majority, like, I think 93% of my viewers are in the UK or something like that. It's a very high percentage. But it is always nice to hear from people who are watching from a bit further afield. Merseyside, nice one, Tranmere. Okay, we're a little bit stuck, so I'm just gonna do a quick winch to there. Come on. Come on. It is moving. There we go. Okay, maybe not. The family came to Doncaster for the Christmas light switch. Nice one, Daniel. I'll be honest, I haven't been to the Christmas light switching for so many years. I do like our Christmas lights in Doncaster, though. There's a pretty nice selection in around Frenchgate. How do they go for the kids? That's fair enough. Yeah, I think as a kid, it's a lot more impressive, you know. Okay, are we going left here? Yes. Oh, we are very low on fuel, by the way. I'm gonna pull in here whilst we're passing. We're so low on fuel because we keep getting stuck, and every time we get stuck, our fuel consumption absolutely skyrockets. Because we're just, you know, we're just spinning tires. Oh, handbrake again. Activate that mission, says Saro. I'll do it all the way back. We're going to come back that way anyway. Oh, look at that trailer, by the way. Ho, ho, ho. Yeah, I'm going to come back for it because it is literally just up the road from where we are. And it is a completely paved road, so it really won't take long to get back. Saw the Northern Lights last night. Were they around you? Unfortunately, it was too cloudy here, STFC. Didn't really see anything. See you later. Got roller hockey. Nice one, Jess. Enjoy it. I'm live again tomorrow. It's Horror Wednesday. I'm going to be playing Outlast. So maybe see you there. But thank you very much for joining. Oh, come on, we're so close now. We're nearly there. I've really enjoyed this first episode, honestly. I know progress has been a bit slow, and I've been, you know, re-familiarizing myself with the game, but all in all, it's been a really, really fun stream. And I am looking forward to playing more of this. What's the best live stream you've ever done, says Charlie. Good question, Charlie. I think my favourite live streams to do are Minecraft Monday, because I'm a big Minecraft fan. They always go down really well. If we're talking in terms of, like, the best stream, as in, like, my most popular stream, I did a Euro Truck stream way back in 2024, I got 350 followers in one stream. It was the best stream I've ever done, and I've never got even close to that again. That was just pure luck that so many people happened to tune in on that particular day. But yeah, it's just crazy to me that in one single live stream I managed to get 350 new followers. In the last 2 months, I haven't got one single new follower. Well, that's not quite true. I do get new followers, but I also get people unfollowing. So, like, my follower count has stayed the same over the last couple of months, which is really frustrating. And there's the bridge. Been promoted, and we got some money. Lovely. $350 followers in 3 hours is really good. It was, STFC. It was so good. I mean, again, I know it was very, very lucky, and I know that it's probably never going to happen again, but it's still wild to me that that happened, and nowadays I'm lucky if I get one new follower per live stream, you know? It's wild. But I keep trying. I keep trying, and I keep hoping that one day the stars might align again, and I might get that lucky stream again, and that might get me back on my feet. I think you might be shadow banned. Oh, I'm definitely shadow banned. Definitely 100% shadow banned on TikTok. I know for a fact that I am. Because literally in the last 2 months my follower count hasn't changed at all. I mean, I did Jingle Jam last year. I streamed for 8 days straight, and I didn't get a single new follower in that entire week. There's no other explanation other than I've been shadow banned. And honestly, part of me is tempted to just start a new TikTok account and start again. But at the same time, I'd be throwing away the following that I've built up here on this channel. But then again, also at the same time, TikTok's already thrown away the following that I've built up on this channel by shadow banning me. You know what I mean? So maybe I should just start again. Maybe I should just say, you know... Maybe I should just do a live stream where I say, I've started a new account, everyone go and follow on that account, because this is the last stream I'm going to be doing on this account. That might work. I don't know. Again, part of me doesn't want to do it, because I've got 7,500 followers on TikTok. But at the same time, what's the point in having 7,500 followers if TikTok isn't going to tell any of them that I'm live? I think you should try it one stream and see how it goes. It's tempting, STFC. It is tempting. The thing is, how do you get the word out there, though? You know, like, would I do a stream and say, you know, this is the last stream I'm going to do on this account, go and follow my new account? Or would I start a new account and do a few streams on that first, and then tell people, you know, by the way, there's a new account here? The thing is, with TikTok, I can't stream on 2 accounts at the same time. I either stream on this account or on a new account. I can't really do both. But I've got to do something. There has to be some option to get out of this situation, because it's really starting to frustrate me now. It's been over 2 months, you know. Ah, okay. I think we'll leave that one for now. Seems to be happening a lot on here, though. It does, Daniel, yeah. It's, I think TikTok lately has gone on a bit of a spree with shadow banning people. I'm going to go and check out the... Let's go and check out the roadblock, actually, and see what we need for that. Yeah, like I say, I honestly just don't know what the best option is. I don't know what the best course of action to take is. But starting again could be a good option. I'm off now anyway. Have a great evening. Thank you, Daniel. I'll see you later. For now, I will keep streaming on this channel, don't worry. But I am, as I say, I am going to have to start considering possible alternative options. But for the time being, I'll stay here, and I'll be streaming again tomorrow night, so... Definitely try it, be careful what you say so it doesn't happen again. That's the thing, that's what really annoys me, is it's almost definitely because of something that I said. But what? Is it because I swear a lot? Because that's not really a valid excuse to ban someone from an app that's supposed to be for adults anyway, you know? Is it literally just because I use bad language? Because that shouldn't be a thing. And it's clearly not a problem on YouTube or Twitch. You can't say Twitch on TikTok because they get mad and ban people. That honestly could be it. The fact that I tell people, you know, go and watch my streams on YouTube and Twitch as well. I imagine TikTok probably doesn't like that. Maybe stream on a new account for a week and see how it goes. That's not a bad idea, STFC. That's not a bad idea. Just do a few streams on a new account and see if people start following it. Okay, roadblock. Service spare parts, which is over at the warehouse. Okay, if we go back to the garage then. You gotta say purple app, I believe. Yeah, I've noticed a lot of people do say purple app instead of Twitch. It just pisses me off though. Like if you're confident enough in your own platform, you don't need to resort to banning people for even mentioning the name of other platforms, right? Like if TikTok had any confidence in themselves, they wouldn't ban people for mentioning the existence of Twitch. It's so stupid. And also, I've talked openly about how much I dislike TikTok as well, which probably has played a part in it. It's no secret that I dislike TikTok. I think it's a terrible app. I think it's a terrible company. I think some of the things that they've done in the past are incredibly... I don't want to say shady, but... It's no secret that I dislike TikTok, and I think, you know, obviously TikTok probably doesn't like the fact that I don't like them. Which is pretty childish, honestly, you know, the idea that me saying I don't like TikTok leads TikTok to go like, right, well, we're gonna shadow ban you because you don't like us. Like, grow up. You're a multi-billion-dollar company. Why do you care whether I like you or not? I'm using the app, aren't I? I'm still here, so... Anyway, back to the game, because we haven't really been talking about the game. I'm finally using the Tatra, which is one of my favourite trucks in the entire game. And this one normally makes quite light work of mud as well. Although pretty much every truck struggles on this particular bit, because this is one of the worst spots in the game for mud. This app's 13 plus, isn't it? It is STFC, yes. TikTok is supposed to be for ages 13 and above. I know it's not. I know there are plenty of underage people on here. They shouldn't be, but they are. You know, it's the same with every social media platform. But again, I think it's ridiculous to be like, well, you can't swear because there might be kids watching. There shouldn't be. They're not supposed to be watching. So if kids watch and I swear, that's not my problem. They shouldn't be watching it in the first place. You know what I mean? I mean, it's the equivalent of taking your kids to see a 13 rated movie and then being like, oh, there was an F word in this movie. Someone said the F word. Like, yes. It's rated 13. That happens. It's just baffling to me. Oh, I should have turned left there. I think we can probably go around. It might actually be easier to go around. But yeah, anyway. I don't get it. I don't get it. Starting a new account might solve the problem for a while, but again, there's also the possibility that I get to like 5,000 followers again and then TikTok does the same thing. It's all run by a robot, doesn't surprise me anyway, but when you get such a big community it's hard. Exactly, Charlie, like, I'm not surprised at all, because TikTok is almost completely operated by AI. I think there's probably like 3 people at the company, and one of them's the CEO. But it's still annoying, and yeah, when you've got a big community as well, like, it's just really... It really feels bad when I look at my follower count. You know, it just feels really bad to see that I've got 7,500 followers and only 5 people are watching the stream right now. And it's like, it's not the viewer's fault, it's because TikTok doesn't tell people when I'm live. It doesn't tell people that I'm streaming. It doesn't put my streams on the For You page, you know what I mean? And that's really disheartening, knowing that I've got so many followers and so few viewers. And I shouldn't have to be like begging people to share the live stream. I shouldn't have to sit here being like, please share the stream so that people can see it. TikTok should be doing that for me. TikTok should be making sure that people see the stream. But again, you know, I said fuck once, or I mentioned Twitch once, so TikTok's decided that I don't deserve to have a platform anymore. It's just ridiculous. It really annoys me. That's why I'm hoping that this year my Twitch and YouTube channels get bigger, because that's... Twitch and YouTube aren't perfect, but I know that there's a much lower risk of me just getting permanently shadow banned on those platforms, right? What are you transporting now? Nothing at the minute, STFC. We're heading to pick up some service parts to repair, to clear some fallen rocks. And then I think we're probably going to have to finish up, because we are getting towards 8 o'clock now. Okay, here we are. Perfect. Okay, now, next question, how do we get the service parts over there? Because the terrain here is difficult. I think going right is pretty much out of the question. There's a sideboard trailer, put some stuff in it. We only need 2 sets of spare parts, which we've already got. So you don't have to come back. Well, we'd have to come back to get the trailer anyway, wouldn't we? So, but yeah, I think we could maybe get up this way. I can't really see. Although actually that could be tricky. But the only other option is to detour, like, all the way around there. Let's try it. Let's try it. For other tasks? Yeah, but, like, if... What I'm saying is we'll still have to come back for the trailer. Like, if we have another job that requires us to use this trailer, we're going to have to come back here to get the trailer. So, like, there's not really any point in filling it now. You know what I mean? Are you going to be live tomorrow? Yes, Matt. I'm playing Outlast again tomorrow. Same time, 5 PM till 8 PM. If I did end up starting a new account, by the way, I would have to at least wait till I've finished playing Outlast. I wouldn't want to, like, start a new account right when I'm halfway through playing a game. So I might carry on until the end of the month and then perhaps think about starting a new account in February. Again, I don't know for definite if that's something that I'm going to do, but it's an option. And I think it might be something that I have to consider. Okay, this path's actually a lot easier than I thought it would be. This seems fairly straightforward. There we go, that was easy. Another great truck as well, by the way. Love this Tatra. Time, 10 to. There it is. Cargo management. Unload. There we go. Roadblock cleared. Right, I don't know if we're going to have time to do it today, but there is one more repair mission, which is to fix the wooden bridge down here. We'll take the Cairn down there and see what we need for it. But yeah, I don't think we'll get the actual transporting done today. We'll just head down there and see what we need and accept the mission. This is going to be a tricky road to get stuff down as well. The Tatra might be alright, but there's a lot of tight turns. That's pretty much the only thing the Tatra isn't good at, is tight corners. It's got 8 wheels. And it's very long, so... Ooh, bouncy. Okay, whereabouts are we? Oh, we took a bit of a wrong turn, I think. Never use this road with trucks, you're going to flip off 100%. I'll bear it in mind, Sarah. Oh, there's a trailer down here, though. Right, are we going the right way now? We are. Okay, here we go. Wooden bridge. I'm guessing it literally just needs wood. 2 sets of wooden planks. Now, we could get those quite easily from the mill over here, right? And then it's literally just a short little drive along there. Will we have time to do that today? Let's find out. We'll take the Tatra, take it back to the garage. We've only got 10 minutes. I don't think we'll get this done. It's not the fastest truck in the world, so... It's good at what it does. There's a floating twig up there. Bandit was closer. True, the bandit's near the pylon, right? A little bit worried about the bandit in the mud behind the lumber mill, though. Like this bit... Hang on. This bit over here is very difficult, if I remember correctly. It's alright, the big mud's in the centre of that area where the oil rig is. Well, we're nearly there now anyway, so we might as well carry on with this. Plus, I just love this truck. I really do adore this Tatra. Looking forward to using it on other maps as well. ETS2 announced on PS5? Yes, kid, it's been announced for a while now. It's coming out later this year. May at latest release. Oh, that's an interesting development. Might be able to do some cross-play convoys then once it finally arrives. And speaking of which, I am going to be doing a modded convoy again next week, and I'm going to be adding pro mods into the mod pack. So if anyone wants to join next week's convoy, just bear that in mind. I'll share more information close to the time. Have you been in the big server? Yes, I've played on Truckers MP. I don't enjoy it as much as Convoys though, because there's no AI traffic on Truckers MP. And I just find the maps really empty if you go anywhere where there aren't many players about. But there's enough players to be traffic and it's more realistic? Not really. I mean, if you go anywhere except like Duisburg or Calais, it's dead. And if you have any of the DLCs, they're always completely empty. Like if you go to like Romania, for example, which is part of the Balkans DLC, there's nobody there. Like not a single player there, because the vast majority of players don't have any of the DLCs, right? They just have the base game. So unless you want to just drive backwards and forwards between Duisburg and Calais, it's really basically just dead everywhere else. I don't mind it, it's alright, you know, I've had a lot of fun on it, but where are we going here? Oh, we should have took a right there. Never mind. Go to the right after the fuel station. We'll manage from here, I think. Is it because they're the highest paying? What do you mean, kid? I might low gear right now. The jobs between those two places? No. Honestly, no. I don't know why those two places are so popular, but they are. They're literally the two most popular cities on the map. And if you go anywhere else, it's just way quieter. Okay, it's 2 minutes to 8. I think we will keep going until I finish this job, because we're very close now. I just need to pick up some wooden beams and take them to the bridge area. So we'll stick around for another 10 minutes or so. Wrong button. There we go. Wooden planks, 2 lots. Oh wait, hang on. Let me check. If we go left here, and then right, and then over there. Does your shifter make a loudish sound when shifting? Yeah, it's quite loud. Where am I? Oh, I thought I could go under that transporter. I can't. Right, well, I'll have to go around then. Can I go over this? Yeah. The same one. I was just wondering if it was a problem or not. No, it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be quite clunky. You know, it's not supposed to be like a nice smooth movement when you change gears. It's supposed to be quite like that. Okay, this one might be a little bit tricky. I'm going to shift into low gear. And I guess we'd best put the diff lock and everything on as well. I had to buy 2? How come, kid? Okay, it's going good. We'll keep all-wheel drive on, I think. And actually, I might put diff lock back on as well. Yeah, that definitely seems to pack a bit more of a punch, you know. I was playing Gran Turismo, driving a Civic around the Nürburgring. Ah, okay. And I pulled the shifter off my desk because I was slamming the gears. Oh dear. That is unfortunate. Okay, I'm going to stick to the path just to be safe. But we are basically there now. Broke the clamp. Oh, that's exactly what I didn't want to happen. Shit. Oh, we got it around the tree stump. Okay. Never mind, I thought we were going to get stuck there, but we're okay. I'll activate that in just a minute. There we go. The final bridge is built. We have unlocked the entire map. Lovely. Unless there's... No, I don't think there's another repair up here. There might be. Could be wrong. But that's it. I think we're done. Let me just go and accept this mission before I finish up. Oh, well, was this part of the same mission? I guess. Right. Let's leave it here then. First episode of Snowrunner done. I enjoyed it. It was really good. So before I go, I'll do my usual wrap up. But I obviously want to say, great first episodes. The game's great. I really enjoyed playing it today. I hope you've enjoyed watching it. Let me just switch over to the big camera. And there we go. Yeah, it's been a good time. It's a really great game. I get, you know, it's a game that I've played quite a lot before, but I've never had a chance to play it on stream. So it was really fun to give it a go on stream like this. I'm going to be playing this once a month for the foreseeable future, so the next stream will be sometime next month. I don't know exactly when. You'll just have to find out. I'll let you know close to the time. Is there any proper roads or just off-road? There is some paved roads, yeah. Not many, but there is paved roads as well. It's mostly off-road though. That being said, that's all we got time for today. Next live stream is going to be tomorrow. I'm going to be playing more Outlast. I'm really looking forward to that. I've been loving the game so far. I'm really enjoying Outlast so far, and I'm looking forward to playing more. That's going to be tomorrow night at 5. And then the next stream after that is going to be Farming Sim again on Friday. In the meantime, if you have enjoyed, please do follow and share the stream. I honestly, I don't think I'm going to be... I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't think this TikTok account is going to exist for much longer. That's all I'll say. I think the best option might be to make a new account, because it's been over 2 months. It's really starting to annoy me now, and it's not really very fair that I should do like 3 or 4 streams a week and TikTok just won't put them on the For You page at all. So I might look at starting a new account next month, see what happens, see if I can find a bit more success than I have here on this one. We'll see. I'll keep streaming here for now, so do tune in tomorrow and Friday. And obviously, you know, go and check out TikTok, YouTube, and Twitch as well, because I am on those platforms too, and they're a lot more reliable. And I'm really hoping to get a bit bigger of an audience on those. That's it. Sorry, tired. That's it. That's all we got time for. So thank you very much, everyone. If you'd like to support me on Patreon, please do. I actually just posted a new Patreon video yesterday alongside my latest TikTok video, so do check that out. Shout out to Kate, Jess, Riley, P, Charlie, Dan, Amy, Marika, Aaron, Hannah, and Liam. If you want to get your name on this board, there's a link in my bio. It costs £1 a month. You get access to behind-the-scenes content, and you'll be supporting me in what I do on TikTok, YouTube, and Twitch. So thank you once again to Kate, Jess, Riley, P, Charlie, Dan, Amy, Marika, Aaron, Hannah, and Liam. Thank you all very, very much. I will see you all tomorrow for Outlast. And yeah, that's it. That's basically it. Do you have a kick, says Matt. I don't have kick, Matt, no. Yet. That's all I'll say for now. That's it. I'm going. Enjoy the rest of your evening, everyone. See you tomorrow for Outlast. Bye-bye.